one. It's your first time? It's my first time too, so.
Her first professional.
Yeah, I have a pick and poke that I did in prison.
What's a pick and poke?
You gotta sharpen up a staple.
Okay.
Yeah, take some gel pen ink and drive it into
Yeah,
yourself.
this one right here, it was a cage for my ex. Once he dumped me, I was like, this freaking cage needs to
Yeah,
go.
it's scrubbing off with Brillo.
I may have to make another appointment.
Didn't plan on getting a tattoo, but I'm getting one. Just hanging out, and he's like, "What you want?" And next thing you know, I just started talking, and he's like, "Oh, I'll draw you up something real quick," and I was like, "Let's do it." I was like, "Why not? I'm here. Let's make it happen." He's gonna do like a rose, and the leaves are gonna be like a fleur-de-lis.
Ooh.
You know, I wanted a rose.
I know.
My gypsy rose.
Khalil, it's a mess in here. Because I'm going through so much pictures to put in albums. I think I have, when she first started dating Ryan, have stuff from Ken. He sent me a lot of pictures. He mailed them to me. Gypsy's first true relationship was Ken, where she experienced struggles and experienced laughter and experienced heartache. This is stuff that she had when they were still together. They lasted for about like 2 years, I want to say, and what I thought at the time is that he couldn't take the heat. People were trying to find information, calling his family and, calling him at work, and next thing you know, she called me hysterically crying that he broke up with her. When they did split, I was pissed. You promised you would be there for her, and when the got real, you left. I loved Ken. Me and Ken still have a friendship, and I don't care if who likes it or not. When my kids break up with somebody, I don't break up with them.
I mean, having Ryan, the kind of guy he is, he's really easy to like. I don't know, he's not shy, he's outgoing. So, Ryan got her through the last couple years. And, I told him, I said, you're going to have your hands full, Ryan. It's going to be a job for you to keep her in check a little bit. She's spontaneous and she can make some quick decisions. And that's why I say he's going to have his hands full.
Ryan is a great guy, but if her and Ken would still have been together and she got out of prison, I knew in my heart she was going to be safe. I wouldn't have worried. And I didn't know there was more to the story of why he ended it until recently. He reached out and he said, I need to talk to you. He called me and he explained to me that people were telling him, if you love her enough, let her go. Let her find herself on her own. And he said, look, if he would have known she would have dated found somebody else that got engaged, he wouldn't have let her go.
No, mine don't hurt at all.
You ain't got nothing to remind you of me, though.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, let's see, baby. I don't want to leave you.
I'll hold the fort down.
I know.
I'll walk you in the car.
Okay. Gypsy not going nowhere today.
I'm not going nowhere. Spending time with my family, I felt like a sense of connection. And I know this is going to sound a little messed up, but I went from living all the time in a house with my mom where we really didn't go a lot of places except to New Orleans or to Kansas City for doctor's appointments. We would be posted up in our house. And then going from that to prison. And then now I'm here at the apartment. I don't feel a need to go out and make friends, but I don't feel like like I'm completely satisfied with being so constricted either. Good thing I like to organize. Took me 6 hours to straighten it up. All of this was a pile of dirty clothes. He's already dirtying up my closet. I said the moment he would dirty my closet, we're having a fight. I've had many tasks as a housewife so far, but this is something that I've been needing to get to. I mean, he does understand that I have a history of living with a hoarder, and so this kind of stuff irritates my soul. Growing up, there was a whole room that was just like this junk room with piles and piles of clothes that needed to be washed. Like, it was traumatic in a way that it makes me where I don't like clutter. Ryan, he's well, you know, he was a bachelor before he met me, so he knows that we're built differently, and he knows that it gets on my everlasting nerve.
How's your day going?
All I'm doing is piddling around the house, watching TV. I went through the closet, and for a guy, he has so much clothes.
You gotta think too, he's a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you don't want to wear a size.
Oh, Ryan's calling in. I declined it for a second just so I could finish. It's fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Well, I cleaned it out, and I washed all the clothes.
Yeah, I was just calling texting you to check in, and Ken checked in.
What?
Yes. Yeah, I was just calling texting you to check in, and Ken checked in.
What?
Yes. You know, just to see how you were doing. And I was like, you're doing great. Like, that's all I want.
Okay.
He was worried, and you can't blame him.
Yeah.
But he had told me that if he loved you enough, he needed to let you go so you could find yourself. That's what he told me he did.
So, is that why he ended things with me?
Yeah. He regrets it.
You know, before I met Ryan, Mom, I was holding on so hard. I never let go because I thought maybe at the end of it all, maybe a week before I got out, he'd come back in and say, you know, I'm ready to be with you through this. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. Can we pick up where we left off? But it never happened, and
I'm gonna tell you straight up, he wanted to. But he didn't want to ruin your happiness. He loved you that much, and he still does. Don't cry, you can make me cry, because I want to cry.
I loved him so much.
I know, and look, there's always going to be a part of you that does, and that's okay. Things that he told me, there's not a day that goes by that he doesn't pray for you.
I just don't understand, because it's like he found someone else.
Well, he's not with anyone right now.
Of course not.
No,
Of
right.
course not.
He wants to reach out. He does. But he don't want you and Ryan to get into an argument.
And it would cause an argument. Ryan and I, we have like a complete open line of communication and everything. But also, like, there was a time that maybe like I wanted, you know, not to have it. So in case Ken would text, but then I'm like, that would be still harboring an emotion. I'm gonna tell Ryan about it later, but knowing what you just told me, in a different world, if I wasn't married to Ryan, knowing all of this.
I know. You don't even need to say it, girl.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off of here. I love you.
Alright, I love you
doubt, tunnel. Like, I know that he is interested in blondes. I'm not blonde, I'm a brunette. So I'd go in the shower, take fingernail clippers, and just cut my hair off. Trying to do everything I can to get his attention again. I would have given anything to that man. I would have bought the sun, the moon, and the stars and gave it to him on a platter. And that hurts me that I loved him that much.
Why does it hurt you?
Because I feel like no one is ever gonna love him as much as I loved him at that time. I kept thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept thinking. So, what? You had a whole lot of condiments?
And you throw those away?
Just the empty ones.
What empty ones?
They had a lot of empty
It's like we had food.
Yeah, but honey, that was old.
Gypsy. I said make it your home, and you have. Damn, you just hit me with a lot.
I know.
Like 5
I
seconds.
cleaned out the fridge. I cleaned out all that in my closet.
Well, I didn't know you were cleaning out our whole life.
It didn't take me very long either.
Well, no, it doesn't take people long to throw away. Anything else I need to be aware of? What are these?
That's some yucky pillows. I don't know why you were keeping.
What, that were where?
That was in your closet.
Maybe because you don't throw pillows away.
You absolutely do. You absolutely should change your pillows, especially when they look like this. This is gross. Ugh.
Don't throw these away. Throw the food out. But don't, I felt that big Tupperware. You don't throw that big Tupperware away.
We don't even drink that stuff. Where did these come from?
Okay, somebody ever came over, did it? Maybe my ex-girlfriend came over.
Okay. I got something to tell you tonight.
What's that?
I'll get you back for that.
Oh, really? No, get away from me. No. No. I don't like that. No. Get away from me. No. What happened? Yes. Christy has continued conversation with Ken. He's been reaching out to her just to ask questions and things like that. Because Gypsy has blocked his number, has refused contact, has chose to move on with her life. And now that she's out of prison, he's like trying to weasel his way back in. And Christy has continued to allow that door, like she keeps cracking that door open. I'm mad at Christy over this because it's like, what are you doing? What is the point?
So I knew that he would get a little ticked off at Christy. He got a little ticked off at me too when I told him that I started to get all emotional. And I'm like, what do you expect? Like, does it break my heart a little bit to learn that Ken left me because he thought he was doing the right thing for me at the time? Yeah, of course it broke my heart. And of course his reaction was like, well, if you want to go be with him, then go be with him. And I'm like, we are married. I am like, I love you. I am invested in our life together here.
I mean, I'm sure he regrets it. I mean, why wouldn't he? She's out, she's beautiful. I'm sure everybody in his circle's telling him he's a dumb because he is a dumb Pardon my language, I'm sorry, I'm just pissed off. He left a wonderful woman, a beautiful, wonderful woman, and he left her, and I came along and swooped her up. You know, that's what happens when you leave a good woman. There are options, you know, like, and Gypsy's happy with me. So it's like, dude, go on. Apparently the biggest fire, son. Like, sorry, dude, you had your shot, move on. I'm tired of talking about him. I wish he would just go away like he needs to. Like, pretty soon I'm gonna get involved and you do not want that, Ken. Believe me, you do not want that.
right, y'all. So we're back. There is so much. We do definitely want to cover today's episode, right? Which is episode 4. But it was some unexpected events on this episode. So I think we should talk about the episode first. And then kind of spin a block on what's currently going on because this was prior.
And listen, we're celebrating karma today.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Karma spins the block every time.
Yes.
She says, I shall be back.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, first of all, Nicole, now I did fall asleep during part of the show, a little bit. Okay, so Nicole's gonna have to catch us up both, all of us up on certain parts because there were certain parts. I'm telling you, it's not. I just feel like she's boring to watch.
Yeah. But I listen for just certain conversations and just all that leading up to where we are today. Right? Today's a special day. So
man, it truly is.
Yeah.
And you know, I get so much gratification knowing that Gypsy and Christy had to watch this episode and they was panini pressed. I get so much gratification out of that because they will try to say that I'm wrong, I'm this, I'm that. And you just play right into my hands and show exactly what I've been saying all this time is that you're unethical.
Do you understand this 6 months? Today is the combination of this whole 6 months that all this stuff has been going on.
Ciao.
And when I tell you spin the block, honey,
The block said the block is hot. Okay.
it's hot. Yes. So yeah. So, I mean, with the episode today.
Hotter than a street pharmacist coming on the 1st of the month. Okay, baby? I mean, child.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. Let's hold on. So let's kind of run through the episode. So let's see. So we started out with, let's start out with, this is the first day, right? Ken goes back to work and Gypsy's in the house by herself.
No, Ryan.
I'm sorry. Ryan is.
Of course, we thinking Ken because... Hell, we already know what she finna do.
Ryan goes back to work and Gypsy's in the house by herself. So she's claiming OCD, right? Because her late mother was OCD. And so therefore she's going in there and she's cleaning out all this stuff with his, right? So,
and can we just actually show some clips of what the house looked like?
Yeah.
Because the house, never mind.
But she needed to clean it out. So she's legit going through his stuff and just throwing stuff away.
But the house that she lived in was not somebody that had OCD. I'm sorry. Did you see the house? The crime scene photos. That is not a house with OCD.
According to what Gypsy says. Okay, that's what she said. That was her reasoning, her rationale.
I'm just saying.
She had to clean things out. Okay? So that's what she was doing while her husband was at work. And she gets a call from her stepmama. And, stepmama comes on and she's real like, just kind of like, hey, what you doing? That kind of vibe. To announce to her that Ken is back. And then the reason why Ken left her in the first place was because he didn't want to hold her back in life, basically, right? He wanted her to live her life, and he wanted to just let her be free. And then she talked about how devastated she was. And, at that time when he was leaving her, like, she would do anything for him. She wanted blonde hair, she would do it. She wanted short hair, she would do it. Like, whatever he wanted, she would do it. But now didn't she have a moment she was conflicted? She said, well, I'm married now. And how is this going to affect my marriage? Because in the back of her mind, she's always going to think Ken is available. That's messed up.
That's Hot Pocket activity. Y'all, you can take a Hot Pocket out the oven, but you can't change it from being a Hot Pocket, okay?
All right.
I'm just saying.
And even timeline-wise, she got out the end of December. This is what, February? March, maybe?
February-ish.
She just got out. And all it took was one phone call from the ex. It's something with that.
And let's talk. Listen, I normally don't like to talk about people's looks. But if you guys see these before pictures of Gypsy and Ken now, the fact it's only been like 5 years since they took this picture, Ken has aged in dog years, literally.
And he's still in his early 30s.
He's 31, I think. Yeah.
What was he doing them 5 years? Why? What are we doing that here is just falling out?
We'll discuss that later. Them secrets will get you, the stress of them secrets will give you some gray hair, okay?
Girl. Yeah. So, I mean, for this episode, I think that the conversation...
It showed the lack of integrity that Kristy has. A married woman to convince another married woman to leave her husband and get with an ex? That doesn't even sound...
She didn't tell her to leave. She just presented the option.
And she was like, well, you'll always feel like that. Like, the thing about Kristy that I don't like, and I don't care if Kristy watching this, she plays puppet master. And Mia, if you watching this, I'm saying this to you. If your mama will play puppet master with every damn body else, she will do it to you and your relationship. Period. I said what I said. So if it's not clicking in your head, it will eventually. I said what I said.
Because what would be the motivation for your...
No, she's low down. Her mother, Kristy, lacks integrity. And anything that comes from that is the same thing. They are all in the same.
Well, let's go back and talk about the mother, Dee Dee, and Kristy were friends until Kristy started sleeping with Dee Dee's
Right.
Right. And I'm going to assume that they had the baby already.
Yeah.
So you sleep with your friend's boo? Baby daddy?
Child, I'm not sleeping with no friend or the baby daddy, okay?
Oh, that is... And now you fast forward, you're suggesting to your stepdaughter, do you think there's some hatred there for that girl? You suggesting to her like, hey.
I said I hope the girl give her the Dee Dee special.
It's like, I'm not telling you what to do, but, it's available. It's an option.
It's an option. Like for a married woman, ma'am, you ain't never gonna be happy in life. You ain't never gonna be happy, baby. You gonna be so busy trying to be the puppet master, your life is always going to be in shambles. And it obviously shows because you stay trying to be the puppet master in everybody else's life because you can't control your own. So check that, baby.
Obviously.
But
And
you seem real panini pressed.
And what did Rod say? He said it's her fault if Ken comes back around. Because she opened up the floodgates for that. Why?
And he said Ken should not come back around. Like her dad was very specific. He said very few words. That man said very few words. Yeah. But the few words he said, they were very impactful words. They were not words of no meaning.
Yeah.
And I think that some people might be missing that aspect of it.
Because there was a reason why.
Oh yeah, he made it very clear. It wasn't unclear when he said it. He was very clear. He said maybe 6 words. In them 6 words, that man made sure he got his point across.
Yes. And he also said, 2 things. Gypsy makes decisions. She makes very rapid, quick decisions. Right? She doesn't think through her decisions. She makes very spontaneous, quick decisions. And then he says that she's 30 years old, but she makes decisions like a 17-year-old. So the father knows.
But Kristy would entice her to make those childish decisions to ruin her life. I don't know if Kristy has a vendetta against her mom, and so she's taking it out on her. But I mean, she was a home wrecker with her own relationship. So I know she ain't no stranger to wrecking a home. And right now, the karma really spinning the block, but we will get to that later. But I think at this point, I don't know. Like, all I could do was look at the screen. Like, are we really watching this in real time?
Really, if there was nothing else we got out of this scene, was to see her do that. What person does that?
And let's be clear. Not only did she do that on the TV, she was bold. She put it in People magazine. She clearly put it in People magazine. That is her character, that lady's character.
So what do you think, that she had something against Ryan, or he just wasn't a moneymaker?
Let's be clear. The issue that she had against Ryan is educated and has a career, something that she will never comprehend. Because she picked a bartender for him. For her.
That's it all.
A bartender that was allegedly working at an Applebee's. So you didn't pick a bartender working at the Westin.
You didn't a bar owner.
And this was your life aspirations for your stepdaughter.
Really gotta, wow.
So yeah, Kristy knows that Ryan is educated. That's the only way he could be an educator. And he's above their mental capacity. So it's intimidation.
Yeah. And maybe he looked out for her too much, and she's not able
Well,
to
I
control.
think Ryan would have really taken care of her. Now, I know that there is, people will say, like, there's mixed things about him. But I truly believe that financially he would have made sure she was taken care of.
Yeah.
I think long term she would have lived in a very nice home. I think that she would have had retirement money.
Yes.
I think he would have financially been responsible to where, like, this show, she would have been able to live well off of it, even if she never had another season. I believe that they would have invested. He would have invested, the money. He would have made sure that he was still working. He would have done all of that, and she could have been a stay-at-home mom or wife and created content or whatever else she was doing. I think the silliest thing that she did was walk away from Ryan.
Because Kristy want control of the money.
Well, I believe Kristy's gonna try to do, and I might be wrong. This is all alleged. Okay. I believe Gypsy's gonna spiral, especially with the last couple of events that took place.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
I think Gypsy is going to spiral. And once Gypsy spirals, she gonna bring that ass into court and get a conservatorship on her.
Because Kristy's the same person who wanted this divorce.
She the puppet master. She's literally the puppet master. She's like dangling him. Like, do what I say to do.
Wow.
And I'm going to coerce you into doing it. That's like who she is as a person.
Yes.
Like, she's literally this person. And she hasn't hit it. She's been very clear in...
Yeah. And the thing about her, like, she's manipulating everything, but it's not obvious.
Well, someone that...
It's like she sets the scene
to
for
someone
everybody.
that has that doesn't really pay attention and is observant, they won't catch it. But someone that is observant can see Kristy for exactly who she is. Because it's like she'll come over here, start a fire. She'll go over here, start a fire. Just like she comes on here and trolls content creators. What celebrity comes on the internet and trolls content creators? Why would you give a damn about what I'm saying? Who am I?
Right.
I'm just Nina.
Yeah.
I am nobody for you to even worry about.
Well, let's talk about Kate. For a minute.
And I would love to bring this up. Kate and I do speak. We met through TikTok.
Tell them who Kate is.
Kate is a Munchausen by proxy survivor. So her mom has Munchausen by proxy. Her mom was diagnosed by her doctors, Kate's doctors. Now, Kate has shared her story on TikTok Live one night, my live. And right after the live, Katie Joy and Gypsy took word for word what Kate said and put it in her stories and said that was Gypsy's story. Now, Bree is Gypsy's friend, and she's basically her minion. I feel like she is like a Nicholas Godejohn number 2. Because she's someone with mental health issues. She's not autistic that I know of.
Wait, tell them how they met.
So this girl suck out. Yes, in that way too, but we're not saying that way yet, okay? Kristy Blanchard. To make friends with her, and then she comes on the internet and trolls. And then she wonders why she can't gain over 2,000 followers. Like, you troll people, girl.
So
Don't nobody want to watch somebody that bullies someone and then cries victim, and then bullies and cries victim. Like, it's psychotic.
Right. So she saw her out to be a fan.
So now Bree was on TikTok Live tonight, which is Monday, and had her followers in the comments calling Kate, who is the Munchausen by proxy victim, who had her leg amputated, a healthy leg, and she got them in the comments calling her Peggy Leggy.
A real victim. Her mother had.
And this Gypsy homegirl, y'all.
Wow. And Bree is, launching an attack on her.
Well, she did. She also put an attack on me, but I don't really care. Bree ain't nobody to me. She just wants to be who I am. So she's pressed. She's real pressed, and she tries to attack me. She's had mass reported my account, like all types of stuff. She's just not, mentally healthy.
She's not relevant. That's what the
No, she's not. She's so irrelevant that it's kind of crazy that she still goes so hard, where it's like you.
So anybody got any type of shine, she want to come in because she ain't got no shine. She got to search out people and stalk them and then become the best friend.
She's literally just that. She's really a mental
Okay. Well, another person that's being manipulated. Puppeteered.
But you know what? She's being manipulated, but she's also voluntarily doing it because she's aware of what she's doing. So Bree, I'm not going to give her any passes. And when they have her in a straitjacket at somebody's hospital because these people done used and abused you, I'm going to just sit back and pop my wine and drink and laugh. Because, girl, you decided you wanted to be in a straitjacket at somebody's mental hospital.
You just need something to do. That's what it is, Kristy needs to mind people business. Bree needs to attack people. And, Gypsy needs to be sleeping with everybody. So. I don't know, girl. This is a circus.
They're just not good people. I know that.
So let's talk about today. What's today so special?
All right. So
let's lighten the mood.
Y'all, we're going to do a part 2. So this is going to be a part 2. So we'll be right back.
Yes.